So in a previous video, we downloaded the price information of all the stocks in the S&P 500 and we saved it to a CSV file. In this video, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to save it to a SQLite database. So I will create a new markdown and I'll say save to SQLite database. For people who weren't following my previous videos, I will import all the packages that I need, but I already imported them above, so I don't really need to import them again. But for people who weren't following my previous videos, I will import them again. So import yfinance as YF, import datetime as DT, and import pandas as PD. I will read the CSV file again, so I'll say df pd.read CSV, and I will specify my CSV file. I will create a variable for the start date, and the start date will be the 1st of January, so it will be dt.datetime, and it will be 2021-1, and an end date variable which will be dt.datetime.now, which is a built-in function that will give the date of today. And this will create a list, and I will put all the tickers inside that list because I will need those tickers to download the information. I will create a new cell, and here I will import SQLite tree, and I will create a new database. So connection equals to. In fact, we can save it to the same database we created here, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to separate them. Every stock is going to create, every ticker is going to create a new table in the database. So we'll say SQLite tree.connect, and I will call the database SP500 price information.db. I will create again a for loop, and I'll say for ticker in list. So for each ticker in this list that I've created, we will have a data frame prices df equals to yf.download ticker start and end. So for each ticker, he will download from the 1st of January 2020 until today. He will download all the price information that is inside the adjusted close. So I only need the adjusted close. And then I'll say prices df dot to SQL. So we'll save it to the database, and I will pass in the variable ticker, and this is the table. So for every ticker, he's going to create a table. So he will create a table MMM, he will create a table AOS, ABT, ABBV, and he's going to save that into our database. I will pass in the connection variable, and I will pass in if exists replace. I will say replace because I don't have any price information in this database right now. If, for example, now we will download until today, until the 18th of December 2023. Imagine that in 2024 we want to re-download the information, then we can say here if exists append, and then he will append to the already existing information in the database. But right now I don't have that, so I will use replace. And then at the end we will print a message, and we will say this ticker has been saved to the database. And we'll do plus ticker, and he's going to print every ticker that has been saved to the database. I will run my code. And now he's downloading information, he's saving it to the database. It's going to take a while again. So he's finished downloading. So now he has finished downloading, and we know that he saved the information to our SQLite database. Now we're going to try to read from SQLite database. So to read from SQLite database, it's very simple. So you just do df equals to pd.read SQL. And here we pass in the query to SQL, and we pass in the variable that's going to connect us to our database. So we're going to say select everything from, and here we're going to specify table. So let's imagine Apple. So we're going to select everything from Apple, and then we're going to do comma, and we're going to write connection to make our connection with the database, and we specify this variable here. So right now, when we're going to run this cell, it's going to give us all the information on Apple. And here we have 997 rows, so we have 997 days of financial information on Apple. So the 1st of January, actually the 2nd of January, Apple was on $73, and Friday it was on $197. So this is how to read the information from SQLite database.